Hello everyone, this is Dalster and welcome to another Almost Gone Rebuild episode 33, and today we're here at the Asian Garden Mall. And the reason why I'm here is because I got requested to come here and I just wanted to look around the mall and see what they have so far, but also explain the history because there's a lot of history with this area. So I'll look inside and see what they have so far. Also, it's like a three-story building, so I'll try my best to look everywhere as much as I can. So some interesting things. They have this little sign here that says 1975. 1975 was actually the fall of Saigon in Vietnam in 1975 as of April. It's almost an anniversary too, and it says right here. Upon the fall of Saigon 1975, Vietnamese refugees migrated to the United States and settled here in Little Saigon. And they also have it translated right here. I thought it was like the opening day of the mall, but it's actually the fall of Saigon right here. Yeah, this video is gonna be a little different. There's gonna be a lot of cultural references here. Wow, look at how nice this place is. I love the fountain right here. Ancient garden mall here. I love the dolphins. Yeah, my coworker said it was a really big place and they had a lot of stuff here. I think at one point recently two of my coworkers were here a couple days ago this year. I don't know what they picked up though. I think they just picked up some candy and snacks. They didn't really pick up anything like dumplings or anything like that. So this is translated as blessings and longevity, which is pronounced as Phuc Loc Ta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but if I am, let me know. I tried to learn it before I got here, actually. Here's some of the statues right here. Wow. It kind of reminds me of that China feeling. Gives me that China feeling. I remember because I did some history about it in elementary back then. Maybe some in junior high. I love the sculptures that they have around here. They look really nice. Do not enter. Oh, this must be the stage where they would have performances sometimes with the festivals. Have some more right here. I like the vibe, although I'm not sure how big it is inside, so we'll see. Oh, look at that. I think they had a festival recently. Wow, look at all this stuff. Look at that huge statue right here. Looks like a Funko Pop, actually. Wow. Wow, look at... Oh, Labubu's. They don't look fake, though. Oh, look at this. So cute. Wow. It kind of gives me Swami vibes. I don't know if you guys ever went to the Swami. Wow, look at the bread over here. Very interesting. This place seems closed. Yeah, it looks like this place just closed down. Ooh, they have some of the outfits here. Really cultural, this place. It kind of reminds me of the Swami a little bit, but a little more wider than the Swami. Oh, I see some lanterns on that side. Wow, looks like the store is going out of business right here. Looks like this place closed down right here. Oh, it was a jewelry store. Okay. Oh, look at the food menu over here. Ooh, they have dumplings. But I can't eat pork today. Oh. I would assume this is where my coworkers went shopping. Wow. Actually, I think it's a two-story floor. I thought it was a third-story floor because of the statue, but I guess it's... I don't seem to see it anywhere. Kind of does look like a mall. Kind of reminds me of Buena Park a little bit. Probably smaller. Wow, look at that. It's amethyst. I don't know if you guys know what an amethyst is. It's like a crystal. It's supposed to relax you. I actually do feel relaxed. No pun intended. I love amethyst crystal. They're so pretty though. Oh, and it says right here, all the way from Brazil. Yeah, this is one of my favorite crystals. Sadly, it's not one of my birthstones, but I love the color so much. Wow. I love how cultural this place is. Also, this fountain is so relaxing. Especially this. Like, I love the front of the Vietnamese building right here. I don't know if it's in Vietnamese, so I do apologize if it's not. I have a little pig right here, I think. Kind of looks like a pig. Yeah, I think it's some kind of pig or a hawk. Hog. Yeah, hog, not hawk. They even have a karaoke here. Wow, that kind of looks like a shield. Oh, I see this. It's kind of hard to see if you're from far away. But if you look closely, it's like a piece of art somehow. Okay, so a weird thing just happened. As I was going to the escalators, for some reason they turned off. I don't know why. The moment I stepped in, they just turned off automatically. And I'm like, oops. And then I looked at the people in the back of me. They're just like, why did it stop? Was it because of you? And I was just like, I think so. I'm sorry. I don't know, it was weird. Hopefully it's not something negative though. So I'll explain a little bit of the history of the Asian Garden Mall. The Asian Garden Mall opened in 1987 and is often called Phuc Loc Ta, Vietnamese for blessings and longevity. The three words in Vietnamese represent the Vietnamese gods. Phuc means happiness, Loc means prosperity or wealth, Tho means longevity. It was built by real estate developer Frank Zhao and his partners in 1986 for $15 million. Part of Little Saigon, the mall was a cultural hub for Vietnamese refugees. The reason why there were Vietnamese refugees is because the Vietnamese refugees had escaped from their country, Vietnam, due to the fall of Saigon. That was on April 30th, 1975, which is why they have that little 1975 that we just saw out in the front. The fall of Saigon is turning 51 years old in less than 2 months, so it's almost April 30th, by the way. The Asian Garden Mall would then be known today as the center and heart of Little Saigon at Westminster, California. By 1987, more than 550 businesses had operated in the area. It was supposed to be called Asian Town, but ended up being Little Saigon. This mall is one of the largest shopping centers for Vietnamese people living in the U.S. The building is a 2-story building. A majority of this building has ties to Vietnamese culture, such as the paper lanterns, fans, and statues. Some of the cultural products are produced in Orange County, California, or the country of Vietnam itself. The lower level floor is the food area, while the upper level floor sells jewelry, cosmetics, and luxury goods. Foods that are sold there are Vietnamese foods such as banh mi, pho, rice dishes, sugarcane juice, French Vietnamese sandwiches, Vietnamese iced coffee, and many other foods. There is a shrine on the upper level dedicated to the Chinese general Quan Vu. During the spring season, the Asian Garden Mall does a Tho Parade, short for The Nguyen Dan. It's a celebration of the spring season that I'm assuming has already happened or is about to happen pretty soon. It has been organized since 1996 by the city of Westminster and attracts about 20,000 annual attendees. Around summertime, there would be a night market at the front parking lots. They would have food in these night markets as they are similar to the markets in Vietnam. The Asian Garden Mall also has a mid-autumn festival that has a variety of shows at a stage that's displayed at the front of the mall. Before the Tha Festival, the Asian Garden Mall would have holiday markets at the front of the mall. They would have various Tha paraphernalia, flowers of course for sale, along with contests from Little Saigon TV. The contests that were included were making bang chung, glutinous rice, mung beans and pork, fruit decorating, and wearing ao dai, which is a traditional Vietnamese outfit. The Asian Garden Mall also has a flower festival and a firecracker and lion dance show. I think I've seen it right there in the front, one of the little statues of the lions. Besides Vietnamese, they also celebrated a little bit of Chinese culture. There were some crimes over the years here at this mall. Crimes began in this mall around the 2000s, as far as I could find. On Thanksgiving in 2001, an Asian gang known as Asian Crips came to the Asian Garden Mall and attacked a group of people from the outside. Sadly, one of those people got hit with a mop handle and died. The crime had been unresolved for 8 years. Westminster Police Department Detective Tim Walker was able to get cell phone records and was able to identify the suspect. After a couple of questions, the suspect had said that he was able to get in the gang after killing the victim with a mop handle. The suspect said that he got a call from one of the gang members and had wanted him to collect a debt. He was then arrested and had pleaded guilty after witnesses said that the suspect had used a mop stick. Since 2012, the OC Weekly article has stated that the murderer is still serving his life sentence and might not get out of prison. The victim's name was Kevin Ang. In 2009, 2 people got injured after an armed robbery. I was not able to locate the article through a link, but I did find it on Reddit somehow. According to a Reddit article that I found, the mall was linked to a trafficking ring in 2010. This is from a Reddit article, so let's take it as a grain of salt, by the way. In the summer of 2012, a store owner shot one of the robbers who were robbing his store called TikTok Fine Watches at the mall. There was another suspect as one of them was armed. The owner told the armed suspect to put the gun down but refused, causing the owner to shoot the suspect in the head. Both suspects were shot and sent to different hospitals. Police had found that there was a third suspect, as there was a gun, bag with gloves, and a sledgehammer at the scene of the crime. It's unsure if they ever caught the third guy. According to an article that I found on GoViet.com, a Santa Ana resident saw 2 suspicious men wearing black and that he saw them go to a store. He had left the mall and called 911 shortly. In the article, it stated that this was the second time that the TikTok Fine Watches store had been targeted for robbery back in 2012. As if it seemed to be over, another incident occurred in 2014 at the same store. Since 2014, it has been the 3rd shooting at the store within 2 years. The 2 robbers had smashed cases at the TikTok watch store, while the store owner had brought out his gun and fired several shots at the men. The robbers were able to get some merchandise and escape. Strangely, a third guy had dropped the 2 robbers, as the robbers had face masks and beanies. It's unknown if they ever caught these robbers, but according to this KTLA article, the other shooting had happened in 2013. In September 2013, a robber had tried to run from the store as he was trying to one of the watches. The owner had shot the robber but was able to get away unharmed. Then in 2018, 4 men were suspected of a smash-and-go robbery at a different store this time. It was at a store called Jean's Jewelry, and it happened on December 19th. The suspects were around 18 to 25 years old. According to an Instagram page called OC Hoods, which I usually check my news out over there was a smash-and-grab robbery at a store in the mall. The cases were sadly destroyed, but it's unsure if they ever recovered the items, as it had happened in September 2023. In April 2024, 4 suspects had stolen lots of gold chains. All 4 had been able to distract the employee from the kiosk. The gold chains were about 18-karat gold. It's unsure if they caught these people since it happened in 2024, so not that long ago. That same year in August, a male was found dead early in the morning. The police were able to get a suspect and had sent that person in jail for murder. It's unknown who the victim was and what else had happened since then. Yeah, it's definitely giving me Swami vibes. I don't know if you've ever went to the indoor Swami before, but it's usually a little less smaller than this, but it's a really nice place. Very cultural. I'd say it's pretty much doing pretty good in business so far. Wow, there's more seating places right here. I could have recorded over here instead. You know, I was trying not to record the people. I wonder if this is the shrine that's dedicated to Quan Vu, because I don't see any other shrine. Looks kind of nice though. Here's a better upper zoom out look.
Yeah. Bars up here, right?
Yeah, here's one of the areas right here. But that's pretty much it. I actually thought it was kind of bigger, to be honest. Ooh, look at that. It must be one of the seaweed foods. Wow. Oh, they even have the doors open. I'm not gonna steal anything, don't worry. Some oranges right here. Oh man, there's some singing going on right now. We have some flowers. There's also a shrine. Maybe this is the shrine. I just saw some woman put essence in here. I think it's essence. Very interesting. And you could like bow here. That's what I saw her doing just now. Oh, even the restrooms are cultural. We're not gonna go inside though. Wow, look at this statue right here. Yeah, really nice place. I even prayed a little because I saw some of the women praying. I hope it's not insulting. Yeah, we have some lanterns here. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As I was going to the Asian Garden Mall, I saw this humongous statue right here. They even have like a scripture both in English and in Vietnamese of who it was. Tran Hong Dao. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. There's also a Vietnamese version on the other side. Really interesting. You know, I could tell they really care about culture in this little area, or should I say little Saigon in Westminster. Yeah, here's the Vietnamese version. Sorry about the sun, I know it's a little too bright. Even the bus stands here are a little cultural to the Westminster city here. Wow. Very interesting. I usually come here sometimes back when I was a kid with my parents. Sometimes for some weird reason they would buy fish around Westminster. I don't know why. I think because they think the fish over here is really good, that's why. But that was a long time ago. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this mall. It was kind of a smaller mall than I had thought, but it was okay. There was a lot of nice cultural Vietnamese stuff going on there. Really nice, really pretty, especially the amethyst crystal and the little mural thing that it's kind of invisible. If you look closely, you could still see it though. Anyway, this is Dalster, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, like, or subscribe for more videos. We are getting so close to 1,000 right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.